ROAD program is the NTTA's partnering program developed to enhance the opportunities for minority and women business enterprises in order to be successful with projects with NTTA. The acronym ROAD stands for Relationships and Opportunities Advancing Diversity. The intent of the program, again, is to allow smaller firms who, because of the size and the scope of the projects that NTTA is involved in, on their own merits, will not have an opportunity to be able to participate. What we have done is develop a relationship between primes and subs for them to be able to joint venture together.
As a small firm, we don't really have many opportunities for the door to be open for us to come in and provide services for an agency of this magnitude.
And Jacobs is a huge company. They have learned their lessons over the years. So for us, instead of starting from scratch, we wanted to leverage the experience.
Key about diversity is you don't want everyone that thinks the same way. We're not cookie cutters.
At this time, I would like to introduce the 2010 inaugural class of the NTTA ROAD program.
In 2010, Faisal Syed, a principal for urban engineers, never imagined his company would be working on engineering proposals with Atkins North America. Atkins North America is part of an international engineering consulting company, while Urban Engineers is a Dallas-based general civil engineering company specializing in municipal, transportation, and land development services. Chris Campbell, Vice President of Atkins, and Syed have great expectations for the potential of the partnership that has developed between their companies through the NTTA ROAD program during the past year.
We are working on several pursuits with Urban Engineers, and so we just, we realized that that was going to take some time. But what it's done for Atkins is it's given us a very valuable team member who's very well known in the DFW area that we can rely upon, on some of these pursuits that we go after as a strategic partner.
The way I define ROAD program success is not necessarily a dollar value that we get out of it. What I got out of it was exposure to NTTA. What I got out of it was an excellent relationship with a client that we had not worked with before. Which not only now we are partnering with them on multiple pursuits, which will end up hopefully sooner or later in a project.
Every company, regardless of size or whatever, has their strengths and has their weaknesses. We do, Urban does, every firm does. And I think when you're in this type of relationship, if you do know what the strengths and weaknesses are, that just helps you to complement them. You may be able to fill a need that they have, and vice versa. There may be a need they have, like in traffic engineering, to provide that need for us because we're not strong in that particular area. So Urban would be very strong to provide that need for us if a pursuit required it. So yeah, knowing the weaknesses and strengths, in no way is a weakness a bad word in this situation. It's good to know what those are because that just makes you two stronger when you're together.
One of the vision was that we wanted to expand geographically. In this case, we expressed interest in expanding to Houston, and Atkins very graciously offered us support in infrastructure support in their Houston office. Likewise, they helped us with our marketing materials. We were doing our Christmas cards and our mailers, but they showed us a way that, look, it's better to be consistent, keep a standard look so we can brand your name. So I would say they helped us with our branding. I also look at it from NTTA perspective. What happens if they help grow smaller firms into meaningful roles? At the end of the day, they are getting service providers who are going to do a better job. So I think in the end, it actually helps NTTA also, as well as primes too, because they have to use a smaller partner. You'd much rather work with somebody you can actually enjoy working, right?
The way the ROADS program, NTTA ROADS program worked is, it's like the eHarmony of professional services. You brought these two groups together that wouldn't have known each other before, and now we've got a very strong professional relationship. So it's very good.
HDR, a 97-year-old national architecture and engineering company, teamed up with the 10-year-old Salcedo Group, a Dallas civil engineering, surveying, and GIS company for the first time through the NTTA road program. HDR Vice President Howard Caldwell and Luis Salcedo, chairman of the Salcedo Group, say they did not limit their road partnership to working on NTTA RFPs. Their first winning bid award was for another agency.
The City of Dallas and DART put out a project on the street. It was the planning study for the upcoming streetcar system surrounding downtown Dallas. HDR was chasing that as a prime, and they asked me to be one of their subs. They ended up getting the job, so we have a part on their team to analyze some of the proposed alignments and help with the community coordination.
Certainly the relationships that we have begun developing are important, and we hope to not consider this a process that's ended, but rather one that is still in its developing stages.
Yeah, on our part, Salcedo Group was very excited, and we find everything that's happened as a positive outcome. The fact that we are in a relationship with a large firm has allowed us to also include them in some of the projects that we've chased ourselves as primes. They agreed to be our sub on a couple of projects.
We also have a selfish interest in promoting this type of program, and that is that we see value in having partners that we like doing business with, and this is an opportunity to develop a long-standing relationship with Luis and build on that as we go forward into the future.
Were you surprised at how helpful they were in helping you when you could one day end up being competitors? Or?
Well, competitors is a hard way to put it. They're tens of thousands of employees and we're 7. So it's going to be hard for us to catch up to them. But the ability to work with them does allow us to expand our capabilities.
That's another example of a win-win that I think we should point out. Certainly there are some clients that are looking for smaller firms to give prime consultant opportunities, and we certainly have a lot to gain in helping bolster the resources that Louis could bring to bear on that type of project. We'll continue our relationship and have more opportunities in the future.
When Locke, Lord, Bissell & Lydell, a national full-service law firm, teamed up for the NTTA Road program with the Taylor Law Firm, the companies were on the same page from their first introductory meeting. Dallas-based Taylor Law is a boutique firm specializing in strategic business law for corporations, government entities, and nonprofits. Nicole Taylor, managing attorney for Taylor Law, and Carlisle H. Chapman Jr., a partner at Locke Lord, described the partnership as a win-win for both companies.
We have approached opportunities as partners, not as a prime and a sub, not as big and little, but as two interests going in with shared interest, so that the work that is done reflects the expertise.
Title work is one of my areas of practice, and it was beneficial on the project that we worked on together as partners for the NTTA. The partnership was able to give me an opportunity and a platform to provide title work that I would not have received in any other manner.
You know, Ramona, expertise is expertise. And it comes in different packages and different presentations. What's important is that you recognize the expertise.
I was able to work with their marketing department, the attorneys that work specifically to bring business to Locke Lord, and just that interaction with them helped me to increase the marketability of my firm and be able to show on paper what we can do as a firm.
I see it as unique. I see it as unique because it's a reflection of Anthony Coleman's concept that there is great benefit in having an opportunity. There's great benefit in having an opportunity to demonstrate that partnerships can work.
I've been able to grow. I have a staff attorney that I've hired full-time who's been working with me for the past year, and some support staff. So starting out, when I came into this project, I was a straight solo, handled everything, finances, administrative, but we've been able to grow as a firm.
And the opportunity to take it beyond just the program and have the benefit of working together with regard to other projects.